Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, and getting ready to do Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 6. That's right, guys. Once again, this is the video series where each and every week I show you the comics that I picked up at the comic book store. And guys, there's some good ones this week, so I'm excited to bring it to you. So let's talk about it, all right? Well, inside the bag is the mysterious comics. What's inside? Nobody will know. Well, you will know in a second. But anyway, all right. So we go ahead and we open the bag, and inside we wind up seeing that we get a receipt. Who cares about that? Next, we wind up seeing that we have an advertisement for free comic book day. Yes, free comic book day this week, guys. So be there or be square. That's right. Go to your local comic book shop for a free comic book day. And I think that's all the stuff I got in there. So the bag goes away. And let's talk about the first comic book. Here we go. So first things first is we have X-Men 92, issue number 3. Now what I love about this book is probably the best is the nostalgic X-Men characters that are in here, and I love the cover of it as well, as you get to see how it's like old school Marvel in here with the characters in the little box and whatnot. And yeah, in case you haven't noticed, yep, Jubilee, she's a vampire again. So if you didn't think she was a vampire before, or they kind of got rid of that, well, she is in this universe. So this is X-Men 92, issue number 3. All right, next we have the second issue of Empress by Mark Millar and artwork done by Stuart Immonen. The first issue was just action-packed. It was like an opening scene to a movie, and now I think we're going to see the story develop here. I think this is going to be a really good series. I can't wait to see what happens with this one. The artwork is really good. Like I said, if you're not familiar with Immonen's artwork, he did the art in Star Wars. Yeah, and as you can see, that we get to see a world now for the first time, and it's very busy. We get to see different cast of characters in here, so I'm looking forward to this. And for some reason, this guy like reminds me of George Lucas, but whatever. This is Empress issue number 2. All right, next is a book I will read and review right away, and that is The Walking Dead issue number 154. As we found out in the last issue, we wound up seeing Negan becoming free. He wound up killing the kid that he was teaming up with, and we still don't know his plans. And I don't know if we will know his plans for a while, but nevertheless, Rick and everybody were looking for him. So we'll see where this goes. This is The Walking Dead, issue number 154. All right, next is another independent comic book from Image Comics, and this is called The Violent. And this book got dark really quick. First, it was about this guy who is just come out of jail. He's an ex-con. He's living with his wife. He goes and he helps his drunk friend, and he leaves his baby in the car just for a minute to go pick up his friend. Next thing we wind up finding out is because he's coming out of a bar and he had one drink, he violated his parole, and things have gone downward spiral ever since there. He's killed a person now. He set him up like a dog killed him, and now it looks like he's just like hiding a body here or killing somebody else. So it's just gone down this deep, dark hole, and he can't get out of it, all to cover up just to be with his wife and his baby. So it's a really good story, and I can't wait to read this particular issue. So this is issue number 4. All right. Next is probably the first time I've ever seen Marvel not charge, as of late, $5 for a new #1 comic book, and this is Thunderbolts issue number 1. Justice Like Lightning, Thunderbolts #1, yes. Really cool looking cover on here, and we have the Winter Soldier front and center on there, and so I'm looking forward to this reintroduction to this series, as it's kind of dropped off in the past couple years, and they didn't bring it back, so now Marvel's bringing it back. But just to get like a little preview of the artwork, the way it looks very detailed, and I like that. I like the coloring in here. The characters are beautiful. Wow. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading Thunderbolts. Probably put a review up on that either today or tomorrow. So this is Thunderbolts #1. All right. Next goes to Poe Dameron, issue #2. Looks like we're going to see some of the New Order on here, and we have some of the stormtroopers or wherever there are New Order troopers, and looks like the leader here, and it looks like we're capturing Poe Dameron and his Dark Squadron team or whatnot. The last issue was pretty good. And yeah, you get to see this right here. Here's a little preview here as we get to see guy flying on like a speeder bike, but it's like with the New Order speeder bike. So that's pretty awesome right there. So it seems to be some good action in this book. Looking forward to it. And this is Poe Dameron, issue #2. All right. Next goes to SpiderMan 2099. Last issue we got to see SpiderMan, or I'm sorry, 2099's girlfriend, forgot her name offhand, Tempest. We found out that her mother's not this evil, plot-twisted person. We find out that she's like this Inhuman, and we find out that there's this new team being formed without the enemies throughout this book that we have been introduced. My only thing with this book is I'm not really keen on the enemies. I'm not attached to them. And I feel that it drags the story down a little bit. The thing that I'm interested in is learning more about Tempest and her history and things like that. But we'll see where it goes. So this is Spider-Man 2099, all new story, something sinister. This way starts now. It's a weird story name. All right. Next, we have another solid series that I love to read each and every week, and that's Nova issue #7. Pretty simplistic cover. Sam Alexander in the Nova suit just flying in space. That's probably a lot of his covers, seeing him flying in space. But this book is always entertaining. I love how he has this tenacity to try to find his dad, to help his dad, and this is pretty much what the series has been about. And it's really more about family dynamic, because a lot of this book takes place in Arizona, and him taking care of his mom. So he has those family values that I love about him, and that's what makes Sam Alexander such a relatable character. So this is Nova issue #7. All right. Next, the road to the Civil War 2 continues with Invincible Iron Man issue #9. Invincible Iron Man has really declined for me. I like Dodato's artwork, but not for Iron Man. And I get this is like a darker Iron Man. It has to do with War Machine and everything else, but it just doesn't fit. When you start a series off with Dave Marquez that has this bright artwork and puts everything into deep detail, and then you go to Dodato's artwork where everything is dark and shadows, it's like polar opposites, and it really takes me away from the series. I'm not even keen on this particular story right now with this armor that's going around that's causing all these problems, and they capture Rhodey and whatnot. So I haven't been a really big fan of this book. It's not really drawing me right now, and I kind of can't wait till this story arc continues. But you can see what I'm talking about. It's just a really dark-toned book, and I'm just not digging it at the moment. It feels just more like a War Machine book than an actual Iron Man book. So this is Invincible Iron Man issue #9. All right, next is a book. This is the first 52 of the DC Universe. Sorry, I can't think. And that is Green Lantern issue #52. How does this volume actually end, and how does it lead to rebirth? Will we get a hint here? I'm not sure, but it's great to see Hal Jordan coming back to the way he was. Just based off of these pictures here, we get to see that he's just the Hal that we've known with the short hair. The only thing that's left about him is he still has the gauntlet on. So I want to see how this volume actually ends and how it possibly leads to rebirth. Definitely looking forward to it. And this is Green Lantern issue #52. Well, how's this for a cover for you? This is Grimm Fairy Tales. Grimm Tales of Terror. I'm like, look, I'm Grimm Tales of Terror issue #7. This is just a cover that was thrown in my box. I didn't actually chose this, but it's Pretty weird how it has death on there, and then you just got these two people looking at her. I don't know what the story is about, but it's called Briefcase Killer. Again, Tales of Terror is a fun book. It has these great stories in there. They're all one and dones, and some stories are better than others. Last story was pretty good. Hopefully, this one will be solid as well. It always depends also to who's the artist on the actual book at the time. But again, the stories are fun. And this is Grimm Tales of Terror, issue number 7. All right. Next is from Marvel, and that's Black Widow, issue number 3. The story kind of unfolded as we found out how Natasha got into the predicament that she was in issue number 2. Issue number 1 was really action-packed. So what does issue number 3 have to offer? It's got like a bunch of like shadow paper dolls in the background and Natasha holding their hands. I am going to see how this story arc unfolds. Unfortunately for me, Black Widow has been a story that I've never held on to. Whatever series has come out, whatever writer has written her, I've never continued the book. I'm hoping Mark Waid will change shit around. I mean, this was the team from Daredevil, and I really enjoyed that series. So we'll see where this goes. So this is Black Widow, issue number 3. All right, next is part 5 of the final days of Superman. This is Batman Superman, issue number 32. How's this for a lot going on the cover? I mean, there is a lot of characters on this book. But the last issue that Peter Tomasi wrote in this story for, I'm trying to remember which book that was, Superman Wonder Woman. Man, that story was so well done. I really enjoyed it. It really captured those moments between Superman and Wonder Woman. Their relationship felt real, and I cared for Superman in that last story. So hopefully it continues here. I'm looking forward to it. This is Batman Superman, issue number 32. All right. Next goes to The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 12. Shit, we got an issue last week. Now we get another issue? Man, that's a treat. Or is it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to be reading this one. Hopefully I'll get the review up today. If not, definitely tomorrow. And we're going to see what this has to offer for his readers. I'm looking at this as like it's new number 1. It starts here, guys. This is where Dan Slott promises like shit's going to hit the fan. Regent's coming. Dr. Octopus is going to be Dr. Octopus. Dead No More is on the verge of happening. What's going to happen? I need shit to happen in Amazing Spider-Man. No more of this tiddlywinks bullshit around the freaking tree, whatever I'm saying here. But I want it to be good. So, I don't know. It's as Spider-Man teams up with the all-new, all-different Avengers for the first time. Woo! It's not like he's never teamed up with Avengers before. But we'll see. And Mary Jane is back with Tony Stark. Ooh, love triangle. So we'll see where this goes. So The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 12. All right. And last but not least this week, guys, we get the new creative team on A-Force, issue number 5. I think this one is going to make it or break it for me. I got to give this story arc a try, and once the story arc is over, I'll make a decision if I will continue with A-Force. I loved the last creative team of A-Force. That creative team is what made A-Force so special. Now you take this team and you change it around, you change the artwork, and it looks different. Wow, that was the same thing I showed you before. I guess that was an advertisement. Who knows? Anyway, artwork is different on this book. And if you were fans of the previous art style, you're going to get stuff that's different here. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still on the fence about it. Maybe it will grow with me. Nico looks completely different. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, A-Force issue number 5. So there you have it, guys. There are the comics for the week. Those are the ones that I picked up. You've seen some of the ones that I'm excited about. You saw the couple that I'm going to review this week. And fans, now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments below which books you picked up this week and which books you're most excited of reading. Maybe some that you're not so excited to read and on the verge of dropping. So again, guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Don't forget to check out all the other Frontliners comic book hauls on here. And don't forget to check out our live show each and every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the top 5 comics of the week and the top comic news of the week as well. So again, fans, thank you for watching, and this has been Comic Frontline, and this is Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 6. And guys, take care.